What's up, YouTube? This is my Crystal Beast Turbo deck profile, or a DDT Crystal as I call it. Um, it pretty much just spams Chidori all day long, but onto the deck profile. It is a Crystal Beast deck, but not your average Crystal Beast deck. You might not think it works, but I recommend giving it a shot before you start judging this deck. I've taken my locals. I'm not entering a tournament, but I've played my friends at top a lot there, and I've played meta decks. I've beaten Heretics 2-0 with this. I've beaten Bujins 2-0 with this deck. I've beaten Bujins 2-1 with this deck. I've beaten Fire Fist with this deck. I've beaten Mermels. This deck can hold its own. It's super consistent, super sacky, super fun to play, super cheap. Unless you, because everything in the deck comes common, and also everything in the deck comes hollow if you want to hollow it out, and the hollows even aren't that expensive. And without further delay, here's the deck. You start off playing 3 Crystal Beast Sapphire Pegasus. It's your main go-to guy in the deck. It's like your Stratos of the deck. It's an 18 attack, wind, level 4 beast monster. It doesn't matter that all too much about that, but the fact that it matters is a win. His effect is freaking stupid. Y'all players that have been playing the game since the game started know what this guy does. Crystal Beasts have always had a heart, place in people's hearts, because they're just a really cool archetype that lack better support, which they should get, in my opinion, with Konami supporting all the old archetypes. But him, what he does is, sorry, glare. He, when he's summoned in general, normaled, flipped, specialed, anything, you can place 1 Crystal Beast from your hand, deck, or graveyard into your back row as a face-up as a continuous spell card. All Crystal Beasts have the effect of if this card would be destroyed into the graveyard, put it in your backfield face-up as a continuous spell instead of sending graveyard, so it doesn't actually hit the graveyard. So it gets around Necro Valley and other things. Really good. 3 of him. Have to play 3. 2 Cobalt Eagle. I wanted to bump this up to 3. It's such a bad card. The only reason I play it is the wind, and it makes OTKs, but Chidori plays all for days. Chidori plays for days, pretty much. And then I play 3 Topaz Tiger. It's your beater of the deck. He goes up to 2k if he attacks a monster. Yeah. Carbuncle. One of your win conditions. You don't want to draw these. It really sucks. It's not that it won't lose you the game, but it does hurt. Her effect is she's level 3 Light Fairy. If she special summoned by the effect of a crystal card, monster, spell, trap, whatever, from hand, deck, graveyard, doesn't matter where, summon as many as possible Crystal Beast monsters that are in your back row as face-up continuous spell cards. For the last bit of monsters, that's it for Crystal Beast monsters. Yeah, that's all I'm playing. That's all you need in this version. I'm playing 3 Diamond Dude. Everything in your deck is a normal spell card except for Crystal Release, which is the equip card, which I'll get to in a little bit later on. If you don't know the ruling with Diamond Dude, which a lot of new players don't, and I've had to explain it to them, they've called it judges on me and stuff, it's really stupid. He's level 4 Dark Warrior, 14 attack, 12 defense. Or no, 16 defense. Once per turn, you can reveal the top card of your deck. If it is a normal spell card, send it to your graveyard. If it is not, put it at the bottom of the deck. Has to be a normal spell card. Keep that in mind. So equip, quick play, whatever won't work. Continuous, etc. Then the next part is during your next turn's main phase, either 1, 2, doesn't matter. You can activate it whenever you want to. It doesn't have to be the start. Just sometime during your main phases of your next turn that you got his effect off, you can activate that card without paying the cost. It doesn't say that actually on the card, but the ruling has been made where, well, I don't know, it might on the reprint, but this is the original version. If this normal spell card you pitched has a cost to pay, like a trade-in where you have to discard a level 8, or a Destiny draw where you have to discard a Destiny hero, you do not have to pay that cost of discarding. You can just draw the 2 cards. Keep in mind that is not conditioned, so if it's a condition, you still have to fulfill that condition. So Doomlord, the reason I play him, he gets over every single Xyz right now. Besides Logi and Dolka, not many people are playing those. He's just a really good out to big monsters, big Exceeds you can't get over. If you want, you can cut him for a third Cobalt Eagle, but I think he's necessary. For the last monsters I'm playing 2 Summoner Monk, because if you don't open up your Pegasus first turn, which you want to be able to have Pegasus first turn, it really helps. It pretty much sets up plays. He makes sure he gets you there. So for spells, like I said, the only non-normal spell card I'm playing is 3 Crystal Release. You equip it to any Crystal Beast monster. It gains 800 attack. If this card be sent from the field to graveyard, you can set 1 Crystal Beast monster from your not set. You can place 1 Crystal Beast monster from your deck to your back row as a continuous spell card face up. However, this card misses timing like a bitch. The only way you will get that is if the monster is destroyed while this is equipped, or if they destroy it with like a Space Typhoon. You can set it and they can pop it. It'll happen that way too. Like say you set it as a bluff and they MST it, they don't know you're playing, you get a plus. If you Exceed, Synchro, Tribute, you will not get this, it'll miss timing. Because it's a can. 3 Crystal Promise, it's essentially your reborn of the deck. You can summon 1 Crystal Beast monster from your back row up to your monster zone. And it's not a once per turn thing. 2 Crystal Beacon sets up for your OTKs and massive pushes. If you have not exactly, but if you have 2 or more Crystal Beasts in your back row, you can summon 1 Crystal Beast monster from your deck. So what you do with this is you fill up your back row Crystal Beast, summon a Carbuncle, and you summon all 4 of those, so you get 5 monsters for the price of 1 card. They will have to warning this card, but they can stop the effect of Carbuncle when it comes out. So, 2 Crystal Abundance, the game winner, the card everybody hates in the deck. And it's really even funnier when you flip it with Diamond Duke because you don't have to pay the cost. So its effect is when you have 4 Crystal Beasts on the field, keep in mind you always need at least 1 space in your back spell trap card zone open. Do not fill up all 5 or you lose. Unless your opponent's stupid enough to MST it or something. So if you have 4 Crystal Beasts in your back row, you can send all those Crystal Beasts to the graveyard and then send keep in mind, send every card, not destroy, send every card on both players' side of the field to the graveyard, and then for every card you sent from your opponent's field, summon that many Crystal Beast monsters from your grave. It's really dumb. 2 Crystal Blessing, you do go through your Crystal Beasts, and MST is a thing, so this card puts up to 2 Crystal Beasts from your graveyard back to your spell and trap card zone. 3 Rare Value, it's your D-draw / trade into the deck. If you have 2 or more Crystal Beasts in your back row, your opponent picks 1, destroys it, and then you draw 2 cards. 3 Trade-In for the Diamond Dude effect, and because you put the Diamond Dude in Doom Lord. Like I said, this is a turbo deck, so 3 Duality for the same purpose. Digging, deck thinning. Allure Darkness, same purpose. Oh, good example. Allure is a condition. Destiny Draw is a cost. Rhoda, search for Doom Lord or Destiny Hero, and Darkhold. For the extra deck, you can play around with the extra deck. This is what I think should be in here. The only thing I would probably change is I'd cut the Pearl for Master Key Beetle. I just don't have one. So Ouroboros card is easily made in the deck. Pearl, aka Master Key Beetle, Hyper Operative, Black Corn, Diamond Dyer. There's 2 cards in the deck that are Beast. Double Chidori. If I had room, I'd play 3. Daigusto Emerald to recycle your stuff. Lavalval Chain to set up combos. Roach is actually very prevalent this format. Maestroke, Abyss Dweller, Cowboy, Leviathan, and Levier for your Carbuncles. That's it, guys. Please don't forget to comment, subscribe, and peace.